Good afternoon. Hi, I'm Raleigh Brown. I'm here with Charlie the dog, who's panting on the floor beside me. He's very excited today. And I'll tell you a couple little Charlie stories maybe before we're done here. He's not in a good position for the camera, but we'll talk about him in a little while. So Steve Edelman is first man in, and David Harleyson is here, and Kathy Marzik is here, and there's a long post from her, which I will have to read later. So we will clink. Have a little bit of coffee here, a little bit of decaf Pete's. I think this must be House Blend, I think. Pete's House Blend. I usually get Major Dickinson's blend, but they were out of it. So it's good coffee nevertheless. And a little bit of cream and sugar help too. I see other people coming in here. Deb Leby Clark and Johnson Hogg over there in France, and Warren Bendler and Janelle and S.A. Tudhope and Debbie Moore. And Debbie, I was glad to see that you said you're going to be at Sam W. It'll be great to see you there. And Mike Verbeek is here, and Terry St. James up in Montreal. And Steve Edelman, I said hi to. Dwight Shoemate is right next door, and he's the reason that Charlie is panting. Because he was mowing his lawn, and Charlie got all excited. It was very entertaining. We're working at counter conditioning Charlie, so when the mower is heading towards us on the other side of the fence, I give Charlie string cheese, one piece at a time. When the mower turns around and goes away, the string cheese disappears. When the mower comes back again, he gets string cheese. When the mower goes away and then leaves, the cheese disappears. So little by little, we will get Charlie to accept motorized vehicles in his yard and the yard next door. That's classical conditioning in the Pavlovian sense. And there's always a little bit of operant conditioning, which means that I make him sit to get his treat. So let me start a song here for you, and then I'll say hi to some more people. Betsy McIntyre's here, and Rich Fowler, and Kate Poole. Hey, Kate. And Pam Zappardino and Rhonda Scott Merrick, and Kate Mack, and Steve Davidson. Okay, that's enough for now. It's a cold day in North Ontario, and the snow plows are falling way behind. But in the warm workshop the wood stove glows, and George Jones sings the foibles of mankind. A fluffy dog is flopped out on a chair, and an old guitar sits on a tabletop. The smell of pine and spruce is in the air, and a bandsaw hums in Mario's workshop. Make a wish upon a star, he may build a new guitar. Hands and heart, time and grace, magic happens in this place. Exotic woods have been set apart, and the sun shines on them in the afternoon. Each set may soon become a work of art, like a butterfly comes out of a cocoon. There's sawdust lying on the workshop floor, and a side is bent into a graceful curve. The braces are a part you can't ignore, careful chisel needs a steady nerve. Make a wish upon a star. There may be a new guitar. Hands and heart, time and grace. Magic happens in this place. Rosewood, spruce, and ebony, they produce a symphony. Hands and heart, time and grace. Magic happens in this place. A new guitar on the tabletop. Another day in Mario's workshop. Mario's Workshop, dedicated to my friend Mario Prue, who built this beautiful guitar. And this is Honduran rosewood, beautiful piece of rosewood here. And spruce. And there isn't much ebony on here. I think the bindings are ebony, but the fingerboard is some kind of rosewood, and so is the bridge. Sometimes guitar builders decide that the fingerboard and the bridge especially, being of a less dense material, can be a little bit more, provide a little more resonance. It's a matter of taste. So I've been talking with my old friend Jeff Deichman, actually texting or emailing. We're old school. We email. And it's a pleasure to be back in touch with him. He's a wonderful songwriter who I knew many years ago in the... he was living down in the Baltimore area at that time, and I knew him through my friends Magpie, who lived in Tacoma Park, Maryland. And Jeff is retired now and lives out on the West Coast, out in California. Still writing stuff, and I'm just starting to listen. There is a jeffdeichman.net, which has a bunch of his tunes on it, old stuff and new stuff. And there's also a SoundCloud channel for Jeff Deichman. It's spelled Deitchman. A lot of the SoundCloud stuff I've listened to so far is instrumental. He was a wonderful songwriter, and I'm going to sing you one of his songs here. It won't be the first, and it won't be the last. And Charlie Bryant is here just in time, because Charlie Bryant was friends with Jeff, too. So, Charlie, if you want, I'll send you Jeff's email address, and you can drop him a note. You know, I've seen some troubled times. I almost had a gold-haired girl. I couldn't make her mine. Just a kid, they tell me. Just a child, they say. I never knew a woman who could make me feel that way. You know, I've seen some fortune every now and then. I found $1 on the ground. I held it in my hand and I turned that $1 over every which way. I couldn't find an angle, Lord, to make that $1 pay. So I spent it wisely. I bought a pint of rye. It wasn't that I felt so bad, just didn't wanna try. This boy sings for pennies, this boy sings for booze. Swallow sings in the early spring, or any time she choose. Now you've heard my story, now you've heard my song. I caught the train at Silver Spring, to DuPont I am gone. And I wish I had that dollar, I wish I had a dime, I wish I had that gold-haired girl sung clean off my mind. Gold-Haired Girl by Jeff Deichman. So let's see some other people here. Ginger Hopper, hi Ginger. And somebody else I saw a second ago. Oh, Veronica Ebert over there in the Land of Oz in Australia. And Pam Zappardino, did I say hi to you? I think I did. So if I miss any of you, I apologize. I try to say hi to everybody because I try to be a very egalitarian kind of guy. So let me give you a couple little announcements here. So there is a PayPal link for the Charlie the Dog Veterinary and Educational Fund, which reminds me I missed an educational opportunity today. I forgot to tune in on a thing because I got busy with my dog. Veterinarily, Charlie went for his second attempt at getting his vaccinations at the vets yesterday. And once again, we were unable to get him under any kind of control. In addition to his Prozac, he was on trazodone, gabapentin, phenobarbital, and then finally Domitor. And if you look on my page, there's a short video of him romping in the backyard an hour or two after he had all of those medications in him. And he would not be muzzled, he would not be vaccinated. So we're going to go back next week with another plan. My vet is trying to be to do it in as safe a way as possible. But Charlie has quirks, and that's one of the most damaging ones, because if I can't vaccinate him, that's just not good, So anyhow, the boy is all dog, all Australian. I don't know what he is, but he's partly Australian cattle dog, and his personality is pretty much all Australian cattle dog. Let me see who I'm missing here. Owen O'Malley. Hey, Owen. And Kathy Marzik I said hi to. And Charlie is an anti-vaxxer. Yes, apparently so. And like that. So, yeah, and Betsy McIntyre says, poor Charlie. I would say poor Charlie, too. He had a rough day yesterday because, like, hours after he had been given all these sedatives, then he was like, he still wasn't handleable, but he was groggy and he was kind of staggering around a little bit. But by the end of the day, he was back to his usual effervescent self, and today he's a handful. So, the Invisibles, for who's left of the Invisibles, I think Mike Stillman might still be invisible. Joel Biget and Mario, who built this guitar, might still be invisible. And Judith Fox and Kit Serikaku. And the rest of the Invisibles are no longer invisible, to my knowledge. So I applaud those of you Invisibles who have done the work to become visible again. And that includes Kate Mack and Linda Worster and David Harleyson. And I can't remember if there's anybody else. Bill Rubenstein, yeah. So I thank you for doing that, so I can see you on this on the chat here, which is always a pleasure. And Rhonda Scott Merrick says Kit is here. And Kit, I would like to get with you, even if we have to Zoom, and see if I can talk you through the process of visibilizing you. So let's talk about that off list sometime. And then the schedule. The schedule is Thursday, like Wednesday, I'm here right now. Thursday, I believe Helen Avakian and David Irwin are on in the evening at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, maybe. Friday, Slim Edelman is doing his 3:30 stream. If it's a different time, let me know. I think it's 3:30 Eastern Time. And I just had a note from Alex Bevan. He's going to stream this Friday at 5 o'clock. So if you've been missing Alex's streams, because he hasn't been on much, today or this Friday is the day at 5 o'clock. And I think Bunny will be doing her threefer at 4. Bunny had a great time in Iceland. And then came back and tested COVID positive. So what are you going to do? It's the yin and yang of life. Anyhow, I hope she gets through that okay and is doing fine soon. On Saturday, Warren will be on at 3 p.m., Warren Bendler. And on Sunday, I will be back at 10:30 a.m. To my knowledge, Dakota Dave, whose birthday it is today, so happy birthday, Dave, if you're out there, is still in Japan having the time of his life, drinking coffee and eating sushi, and probably playing a good bit of guitar as well. So that. And so today's instrumental, I thought, I thought of the tune "A Foggy Day in London Town," and I thought, well, I wonder when the last time I did that was. And I looked on my master list, and I've never done it. So partially because I don't play it that often, so I may screw it up majorly. But But when I put together a tune like this, one of the things I want to do is I want to get the melody, and then I have a vision of the way chords move. And so in chord movement, you have basic chords. So like we're in the key of F here. So the basic chords that go together built on the F major scale, that's the key, are F major, and then G minor, A minor, B flat major, C major with a flat 7, which we call a dominant 7, D minor, E minor 7 flat 5, and then back to F again. And so that's the basic chord structure. But when you study jazz, you learn all kinds of substitutions and passing chords. So when they talk about a substitution, you might have a chord that stays on F. Instead of just staying on it the whole time, you go from one F up to another F. So you go with passing chords in between. And that could all just be an F chord. And there's all kinds of other ways of substituting too. Relative minors, so if you have a major chord, it has a relative minor in the key of F. F's relative minor is D minor, and it gives it a different tonal flavor. There's lots of stuff that comes up in your mind, and what happens is if you've played this way a long time, you're pretty much not using your mind while you're playing. It's all become your ear and second nature. And if you're having a good day, then everything works out great. And if you're having not such a good day, then you might hit some clams, or you might even stop dead in your tracks and go, oh shit, what key am I in again? So this tune, the melody, so then you put chords underneath that, and you could do something like this. just kind of blow over the chords. Foggy Day in London Town. Another one of the great George Gershwin melodies. So let's see if I'm missing anybody here. Jack Haas has stopped by. He's up there in Connecticut, probably. And good to see you, Jack. And everybody else I've already said hi to, I think. Oh, Jen Lloyd. Hi, Jen. I've been enjoying your poetry series that you're putting up. And Charlotte Cantrell is here. Good to see all you guys here today. So I have one more for you. And oh God, I've screwed it up again. I forgot to write down the names of who wrote it. It's Al Anderson and James Bruton, is it? Stephen Bruton. And then the woman, I've forgotten her name. Tracy something? No. Anyhow, Trip Around the Sun, which I learned from my late buddy, Charlie Hall. I hear him singing happy birthday. Better think about the wish I'll make. 'Cause this year gone by ain't been no piece of cake. Just another revolution. Pull it together and it comes undone. Just one more candle and a trip around the sun. And I'm just hanging on while this old world keeps spinning. And it's good to know it's out of my control. 'Cause if there's one thing that I've learned from all this living, it's that it wouldn't change a thing if I let go. No, you never see it coming. Always wind up wondering where it went. And only time will tell if it was time well spent. Just another revelation, celebrating what I should have done. These souvenirs of my trip around the sun, and I'm just hanging on while this old world keeps spinning. And it's good to know it's out of my control. And if there's one thing that I've learned from all this living, it's that it wouldn't change a thing if I let go. I think I'll make a resolution that I'll never make another one. Just enjoy my ride on this trip around the sun. Just enjoy my ride. So be happy and be healthy, be brave and be calm, be kind, it's a snap, and if you get cranky, take a nap. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys, and I will hope to see you on Sunday, if not before. Take it easy. Bye-bye.